You're perfectly fine. Oh, I'm supposed to read something here. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Amazing Scale Modeler Sunday Hangout. I'm your host, Scratch and Jack. Amazing Scale Modelers is a Google Plus and Facebook community of scale modelers reaching across all scale modeling genres, mediums, and to inspire friendships from around the world. And today in this Hangout, you'll find it to be an important source of information about the hobby and see firsthand the scale modeling experience. Joining me today are the usual suspects to kill time and doing all these things. And if you want to join us, the live chat is open on the Amazing Scale Modelers channel on YouTube. You can join in with your questions and comments, and we hope you do. And right now we got some things to talk about first before we get into our guests here. Gonna do that little shake of the paper, and I have here community builds are still going on, and I have a feeling we're going to be talking a lot about them this coming I don't know, it's going to be forever. It seems like because when we say killing time, we really do mean it. And right now we have the stunt and speed and the street muscle and custom builds. These are out-of-box builds. Typically they are car builds, but they do not have to be car builds. Stunt and speed is just as it says. What stunt has this vehicle performed? I've done the Spirit of St. Louis, and Randall is doing actually an airplane stunt airplane. I mean, he hates the color yellow. And street muscle and custom should be self-explanatory. Anything you see at a car show, those neighborhood things that you see going around during the summertime. And of course, to appease the other half of our community, a very small but vocal one, Star Wars build, but this is going to be sophisticated. This is not going to be simply out of the box. I would expect you guys to get a little creative and maybe light the thing or do photo etch or do aftermarket parts or actually do a diorama. That would be actually kind of cool. And also, there will be shop cards available for these builds. I don't have any one set up for the Star Wars build just yet, but and I do have a copy of the Stunt and Speed. And all you got to do, these, see Stunt and Speed. There's your Stunt and Speed, and the other one would be the custom muscle. This is on a PDF file. The way to do this is just send me or email me 2 photographs of your builds to my email address at scratchandjackmodels@gmail.com, and I will print these probably in September. And then later on, later in the fall, around our 48-hour hangout around the Thanksgiving holiday, I'll compile them and do a video of all your pictures, like a little slideshow video of everyone who's participated in it. So you not only get one of these, but I use your pictures for that video, and I promise to be respectful, of course, because it's all about you guys. There's going to be one for Star Wars, but I haven't figured on what that would be like. I have some thoughts. I don't know how the printer feels about it because I haven't contacted him yet about it because I don't know about copyrights and all that crap. But anyway, I'll get into that and print them around September. After my summer hiatus to them during the month of August. I'll get them printed. So, yeah, and right now, if you just want to get the shop card for the community, this is what it looks like. I'm sure you've seen these hanging around the communities. Same thing, just send me your snail mail. Scratch and Jack Models @gmail.com email address that I have, and I'll fire these off one to you. There you have it for that, and I have to give a shout out on Google Plus for Kenneth Zimmerman and the Aussie Trekkie are doing videos about some of their builds, and as well as other community members over at the Google Plus community. Check it out. You know, scroll through there, like and comment. I'm sure the guys would like to hear that. Everybody will like to hear something. I get a response. That's what we do this for, to get a response. And then there's Bobby Wilkinson and Mark Dunmore over at the Facebook community. And later on, we're going to screen share some. I haven't done screen shares of the community builds lately, so we're going to get through this list of folks that are joining us to see what they're doing, and get into some screen shares and talk about them as well. So without further ado, from my Google right to left, and you guys watching think I'm crazy, but it's my Google. I call it Google left to right. Let's start with Brian. How you doing, Brian?
Okay, if I can keep this computer running.
It's running just fine, as far as I can tell.
Oh, you should see it on my end. This thing flickering like you wouldn't believe, and that.
Well, tell us about what's going on your bench.
I haven't really worked on anything since last time I talked with you. I've been waiting for come from Amazon. Ravel Ferrari waiting for the door panels to be painted. I started to work on that Ravel 66, I believe. But I'm kind of I had 10 cans of paint come in the past week, so I'm trying to sort out what cars are going to get that, and hits here. I'm going to be painting like crazy.
Uh-huh. So you're gonna, when the weather breaks, it's going to be painting like crazy. That's what you said yesterday.
It hasn't broken. It rained. Had a lot of rain.
Yeah. Yep. You sent it my way. Do you realize that? It rained today here too.
I feel terrible. I forget his name, but the that does the paper models there. He's been my
Jim.
Yeah, he's been my inspiration to get back into doing paper models again. So I'm going to start.
He just froze up.
Mark II fighters.
Okay, there you go. Oh, cool. Yeah. I'm sure Jim would like the company. Right, Jim? Oh, he's frozen. Oh, wow. That doesn't happen very often now, does it? Jim, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Brian is going to do some paper modeling, he says, and keep you company.
Yeah, I was here as I said, more the merrier. Yeah.
Oh, more the merrier. There you are.
Oh, I just had my mic up.
So, yeah. Oh, Brian, anything else besides computer troubles?
My video feed from you is sketchy. I can't hear a word you're saying.
Oh, okay. Because yeah, I get it. Okay, that's okay. Moving on. We have a new newbie with us. First time with us on the Hangouts. That will be Doug. How you doing, Doug?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Yeah, doing pretty well. Thanks for asking, sir. And I understand you got some builds going on that are pretty serious.
Yes, I do. Right now, I am working on a 66 Shelby GT350. And whenever after everybody talks or whatever, like to show you, I got a bunch of tricks and tips. I used to belong to a model club. My biggest thing is my favorite thing doing hobbies all the way. I really make them stick out and everything. And this is something I really enjoy doing. And I'm glad that I'll be able to come and hang out with you guys and talk about models and stuff.
Good idea.
Yeah, it's good having you talk about your builds. You mentioned a car that's near and dear to my heart, so you've already got my attention.
Yeah. Well, whenever you're ready, I can.
Let's just go right ahead. You've got a
Okay.
couple minutes here. Go right ahead and show us.
Well, I got the body ready to be painted.
Mm-hmm.
What I did with the body here, the lines on the body. I took my tuning knife um, with the lines and made them a little bit deeper, so it makes the car stick out,
Mm-hmm.
and also with the where the lock is, I made a hole into where the lock is, and when I'm done with the body, I can get a small nail and a silver nail, cut the nail and make the lock more realistic.
Make
So
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that.
I can make the car more realistic with
Uh-huh.
the with the little nail into the lock,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
and then I'm going to take aluminum foil and put around um, the windows to instead of painting them to make it really out.
Mm-hmm.
And here interior, um, I
Oh,
kind
look at that.
Whoa.
uh, I really did a number on the interior.
Oh my God. Oh, moly. Holy moly. That's really good.
And you guys will be amazed when I show you this too. I don't know if you guys get a good look at it, but that's yeah, the inside of the rim,
Yeah.
and
Mm.
that was the I made inside black, and that was
Right.
really tough. To really get it good,
Uh-huh.
and here is the engine all wired up
All
with
wired
the
up.
Mm. Nice.
wires, and I detailed the fan, the belt, and everything. So that's what. And then here's the frame, and then everything. I decked that out, and then tomorrow I'm going to buy. It's all ready to be painted, so I'm going to buy myself some candy apple red. And that's what I'm going to paint the car.
Uh-huh.
Very nice.
Well, that's a really good work you're showing there, and I've seen people, doing the foil around the windows, and I've never been told in how that actually sticks.
Okay. Now, when you it's called bare metal foil.
Yes.
All right. You do not want to touch it with your hands because
Okay.
it does not stick at all. Now,
Okay.
at first, what you do is take your tuning knife, make the holes really deep. I mean, make the lines really deep on the around the windows, and then you take you make sure you get your tuning knife and also uh, uh, Q-tip or tweezers. Now you make a cut, and it has some kind of adhesive to it. really make sure that really you just stick it on there, take the Q-tip, rub it really good, and then you just take your utility knife, make sure you have a lot of leeway to work with it. Take your utility knife and cut along the access, and there you go.
So you get that at a hobby store, is that correct?
Yes, you can. Yes.
Okay. All right.
You
Yeah, I
can
should look that up.
actually, the best way to do it is you can actually go to Google and look up bare metal foil, and it'll
Okay.
bring up the website, and it has different colors to choose from.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
Now, I've seen them guys do it. They talked about it, but I got to admit, I never really took a look at that. And the results that I've seen are better than paint. You'd have to get into all clads if you want the same kind of finish, though, and that's a pain in the butt just for that.
and I want to mention to you guys that when I was in model club, I did a 1957 Chevy Bel Air, and I entered that into a model contest, and I actually won second place on that.
Right.
And by the way, I want to show you this. You'll kind of be amazed on it. This is actually the grill for the car. I don't know if you guys get a good look at it, but I've been when I do a model, I make sure it's really detailed and make sure that when I do things, it's kind of like my perfectionist comes out, and I make sure that it really looks good when I'm done.
Mm. Right. Right. That's really cool, Doug. That's really cool. I'm glad you came on because I'm on the chat right now with members watching, and you are no longer a virgin. That's just an inside joke that we have here at the Hangouts. So you've been on our show. You've talked about your modeling, and there was one guy who was just making a joke as to popping your cherry. So I guess we got that done. I'm out of the way. So we got Brian was here yesterday, and he was the first time yesterday. So he's all cool now. And just want to say, Keith, George is also, is it George or is it, who is it? Mark Dunmore is asking, what happened to your hair? Well, Mark, I'll tell you what happened to his hair. He moved to Queensland is what happened to his hair. So he'll tell you more about it. Well, why don't you tell us more? Well, hey, why not? Let's move over to Keith. So how you doing, Keith?
Yeah, good. Thanks, Jack. My hair, it got too hot up here, and I just thought, and my head was really irritated, and I was like, no, that's it. Time to get rid of all the hair. So I did. Now I just look like a spud. It's fine.
So between the clippings and the hair, I got to admit, when I saw you, I think of the stereotype that some people have of Aussies, and that is, shaving down the sheep.
Right.
So you went to a sheep farm and got trimmed, no?
Yeah, it's about I got really good electric razor, really good electric trimmers. I actually started off nice and casual, and I stuck one of the attachments on, and, zzz, and I said, yeah, it's not too bad. I need to go a little bit shorter, and I stuck another attachment on and went, yeah. Let's do the whole lot.
Well, at least your eyebrows are intact. So tell us what you've been doing between hair clippings.
Well, I showed you before. I think I showed you this guy, Rom.
Ah, yes. Ah, yes.
Showed you him before. So he's all done and wired up now, which is cool. And I just about finished off Deadpool. I've been working on his base. What else? There was a bomb there, but I lost it. No idea where. Like it's a big piece. I have stripped this room down. It's like, where the hell could it be? I certainly haven't thrown it out. And anyway, so I thought I'll just continue on. So I just got a bit of pine bark and some rocks and stuff like that, and stuck it in there. So yeah, whatever. So it works. Got a little bit more work to go on the base. Been getting a few things. One of them was from Cool Mini or Not. It's a werewolf dude.
Nice.
That's nice.
He's bigger than I expected. I don't know what I expected, but he was on special. And I went, oh, cool, I'll get that. And I didn't realise it's 1/6 scale. So it's got a nice base to it and everything as well. Like
Interesting base. Yeah.
So he's just a bust. Plus, it's got like, the box art. The box art. He's sort of changing and his shirt's ripping off and tie and all the rest of it. So, and that is just some beautifully well cast detail. Blown away by it. Also, I can't get this guy anymore. I got 1980s version of Judge Dredd.
Decent figures, yep.
Yep, that's all. And I also got the first and last time I'll buy a miniature that was stuck together. This bits broke in the transit, and whoever stuck it together just, I think that they got all the bits and pieces, put them together, and it went glue, because there was glue absolutely everywhere all over it. It was in the freezer, and I chipped a lot of it off, and blah, blah. I mean, I've managed to get back to it. I haven't lost any detail, but this is phenomenal detail. This is Horus, the War Master.
Horus, yeah.
Yep. He's a really nice base. Had to break him off the base and stuff like that. But an awesome base. This is from a company called Forge World. It's it's really nice. I had to do a lot of cleaning up of it and whatnot else, but it's very put it together. Like phenomenally well detailed.
Oh, so yeah, the detail's pretty fine detail on it. Yeah.
Oh, it's some of the best I've seen. And I got another one. A guy called Corvus Cull. He's a Chaos guy from Warhammer 40k, and I am really taken aback at the kind of detail they can get on plastic these days.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
And so it's really nice, and they're really thinking about, like, if you can't get the detail, then we'll cast it as a separate piece. So you got a lot more pieces, but you don't have any of that. Like a lot of times when they had undercuts, they didn't worry about it. That they left like a straight edge when it was meant to go under and stuff like that. So
yeah,
it became really soft. Whereas these guys here are really thinking about how they're actually, they want the model to look, and breaking it down into a lot more pieces that in the end looks absolutely awesome. So yeah, that's about it. I've been buying stuff and else. I've been waiting for this black. It's meant to be the blackest black on the planet, and it's from this guy in England, and he's an artist, and I chatted with him, and so that's on the way, but it's meant to be super black, like super black. And I went, oh, I've got to get a hold of that, but
Right.
that's on the way.
Well, who did you say that kit is from?
What, this one?
Yes, the one that had the fancy schmancy base on it, or that one, whichever.
This one, the fancy schmancy base, is from Forge World.
Okay.
They do all of the patriarchs, like they do a character series, and this is one of the character series. This is Horus the War Master, and they do, you know, Lehman Russ and Fulgrim and all the other guys at Warhammer 40,000, the other patriarchs. They do most of those, and I've got to admit they're absolutely phenomenal. I've got, as I say, I've got Fulgrim on the way, and I've got Lehman Russ on the way as well. So, I like them so much that it's like, wow, that's going to look phenomenal when it's done. Yeah.
Well, you know,
Mark, GW, that's Games Workshop. Part of their,
okay, yeah, he said, Mark says the plastics for GW are the best wargaming figures.
Yeah, they're phenomenal, mate. Really good. I'm impressed. Get on, Mark. Get on. Come on.
Mark, you know where the link is for joining us if you want. Forge World is the high-end resin department for Games Workshop, he says.
Yep.
Yeah. George is always a curious one. Always look around in his environment. He says, "Great paint rack you got there." I'm sure you'd much rather the rack of something else be looking at, George.
Yeah, nice rack.
Nice rack you got there, mister.
Nice racks.
All right, moving on. Let's just because he's always last. I don't know where Heath went, but he says his battery went flat. I got messaged him. He said his battery went flat. So we're going to go over to Randall and say hi to Randall. Hi, Randall.
Hi, everybody.
All right, moving on, because he's got a problem with yellow. There's those twitches again. That's why I got my lower third in yellow just for you. Look at that.
Thank you, Jack. Oh boy, I'm never going to live that down, are I?
So go on.
Anyway, yes. Still progressing with my stunt and speed layered super solution. Finally got the 400 figures on the side to a state where I actually like them. On both sides.
Awesome.
So I've learned a new technique now. I can print my own decals. And then just touching up the edges with the green paint, decanted into a container, just and used a fine brush, touched up the edges. So that's pretty much that. I have the canopy to put on, the upper wings to put on, because there's at least two more sets of decals to go on, and unfortunately the cover part of the canopy door, for the want of a better word for it, on the sides. So I need to get everything in place for that before I finish the decaling.
Yeah.
And then after that is the rigging, which will be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of lots of use of my other favorite stuff apart from the color yellow is super glue. As you all know, me and super glue don't get on.
Yeah, I don't know what you mean by that there, Randall. I can work very well with super glue, as you can see.
Mm.
I don't know what your problem is.
My problem is with its name. It doesn't live up to either part of it. Until it gets into contact with my fingers, then all of a sudden it's fantastic.
Well, that's one way to make sure your builds are really yours. You leave a fingerprint on them.
Oh yeah, always leave a wee layer of skin on them somewhere.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, that too.
Yeah,
So they
personalizes
can
them.
always, like Jurassic
A bit of
Park,
my
they can grow you in a petri dish later, like in Jurassic Park.
That's what I was going to say. About my DNA will live on forever.
Well, you know, plastic takes about 60,000 years to biodegrade. So
Well, it's by our standards, that's pretty much forever.
right.
And that's pretty much it.
Actually, Randall, and anybody, if you want to bypass super glue for like canopies and all that type of stuff, you know, fog stuff. As a matter of fact, I was watching Lou Del Maso, and he had a bit of fogging from it was resin cockpit canopy. And he had a little bit of fogging happening and crazing happening from super glue putting his canopy on. And I think this stuff here, it's you apply it that end, and it's a UV glue, and then use this little doohickey that's with it. And
Bob's got his there as well, yeah.
It's a little UV light, and it goes rock hard, clear as a bell, and I drop it everywhere. And it's awesome stuff. It sticks down canopies. It's clear. Doesn't cause any fogging whatsoever. The only way it goes hard is to actually put UV light on it that comes with it. It's only like a couple of bucks. You can get it at most stores and what else. I really recommend this stuff. Awesome.
Anyway, carry on. eBay for something like that here. I don't recall coming across that in any of the stores here, or even the model shows I've been to.
Mine came from Walmart.
From where?
Walmart.
Another place you can look. Any place that has a good sporting goods store that has a good fly fishing section.
Okay.
They sell the UV glue. A lot of different kinds of it. Some of it is tacky. You know, when you put it on and then hardens when you hit it with UV light. Some of it is very liquid, and usually it's about a third the price of buying model building UV glue or even the stuff that they advertise on TV over here now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I only found out about this UV glue because I was looking at repairing a mobile phone, and it was like, well, how do you get the screen on and stuff like that? And they were talking about this UV glue being the bee's knees, and I got some. It was like, wow, this stuff is awesome, absolutely awesome, and impossible to break once you've hardened the damn stuff. It's like it doesn't want to come apart.
That sounds like the kind of stuff I need.
Yeah, and it doesn't fuck anything up. Like it's awesome.
This canopy fits nicely on this side, but whenever you turn it around, it's got this lovely big gap on this side, so it's going to need being forced. You know, it needs to be forced into position.
Yeah.
And I need something that'll work quick. like quicker than 5-minute epoxy.
Yeah. No, this
Yeah.
stuff's awesome. You just, it doesn't actually go off until you hit it with UV. So you make sure that when you do it, you run your bead and you squish it together and get rid of all of the excess first.
Yeah.
And then hit it with the UV light, and it goes rock hard. I mean, I was watching Lou Del Maso's thing of his Gunstar, and my heart just went out to him. It's like, oh no, he spent all this time on making this Gunstar, which is one of my favourite chips, by the way. It made it look absolutely awesome, and you can't really notice it anyway. Sorry, Lou, I don't mean to bring that forward, but you can't really notice it anyway. But I can imagine he's like, I don't believe this. I put all this work into it, and only for the frigging thing to be fogged up because of glue. I can totally relate to that. I've done that myself.
Oh yeah, I've been there too. Yeah, with a resin canopy too. In my luck, in my case, by pure luck, the aircraft I was building had a hatch in the side of the cockpit. It was a Canberra, with the goldfish bowl style canopy.
Yeah.
So I was able to reach a cotton bud in through the side hatch and give the inside of the canopy a good scrub with it. I can't remember if it was moist or damp.
What did you use to scrub? What did you use? Did you use acetone or did you use isopropyl?
I can't remember. I don't remember using anything fancy. I think it was just water.
Okay.
Or else it was just the cotton bud itself, just wiping off the fogging on the inside of the canopy.
Oh, sweet.
It's been that long, but it was that long ago. It worked. It worked. Whatever I did. And the only part of it I couldn't get at was the bit directly above the ejection seat. But,
is that of any importance? Maybe I don't know.
I'd like to be able to show it to you, but unfortunately, it's sitting in a museum about 60 miles away. But there you go.
All right. Well, just want to do a footnote. Phil is on live chat. He's a little bit of rack envy right now, so I'll throw that out there. So, what's your next build, Randall? Are you already thinking of your next one?
Actually, I started work on another build. One of these.
Wildcat.
Wildcat.
Ooh, yeah, okay.
Because I'm actually working on two Wildcats. There's this and another slightly later version of the same type of aircraft.
Sorry, I didn't catch the scale. What scale was it?
48 scale.
48. Yep.
Yeah. I've been working on two Wildcats, FM1, FM2 versions. There was a friend of mine who used to drive them for a living in the Second World War, passed away recently, and I'd like to do the two aircraft that he flew.
Yeah.
For just something to commemorate the guy with, and that's in the real world modeling. In the sci-fi world, of course, there's the Star Wars group build coming up. I've yet to make a start on the Star Destroyer. Other than opening the parts and opening the box rather, and playing with the parts and stuff like that. But,
I noticed that Armando Della Cabada is he's got one of the Star Destroyers, and he's up to the picking a battery in it and all sorts of things like that. So yeah, you got to catch up.
And I have the Bandai Millennium Falcon, but I also had the old Fine Molds Falcon in the stash, and I was thinking of doing it without any lights or anything like that, but posed on the back of a frame, say, of the Star Destroyer's bridge section, not the whole bridge section, just the part, just a big enough part, frame or of it, that the Falcon would sit on comfortably. Something like I don't know if you follow him, Dr. Faust, painting clinic.
Yep.
He did something similar a couple of years ago.
Oh, I don't know. I think your country's big enough for a 144 scale Star Destroyer to be built.
Yeah, it'd be big enough. Mind you, I would have to jump in my car to drive to the other end of it. And God knows what size of fiber optic cabling I'd need. No, actually, if it was that size, I wouldn't need fiber optic cabling.
The Windows company to install Windows.
Yeah, exactly. I could move into it.
You have to buy out China all the LEDs, but
Yeah. I would just move into it.
That's actually a good idea, though. That's actually a good idea to do it, hang it on the wall. I'm a advocate of trying to do something that would be displayed in the most extraordinary way. And when Jim did his space dock for a Trek model, that was probably the most awesome example of something that can hang on the wall.
yeah.
Yeah, I have yet to do something like that, though. I have yet to do something like that.
I still think, like having the Millennium Falcon like stuck onto the back of just like a frame, and maybe just take a picture of like the back of the Star Destroyer or something. You know what I mean? Just that section, and have that in the frame, and then stick the Millennium Falcon on, so it just looks like it's stuck like Empire Strikes Back.
I was thinking of doing something a wee bit more three-dimensional with plastic card and greeblies and excuse me, what have you.
Yep.
So just need to find a decent frame and find lots of plastic card.
Yeah.
Greeblies, I've not a problem with. I have tons of stuff I can throw at it.
Yeah, I can relate to that right now. Is that it?
That's me, yep.
Oh, that's you. All right. Let's hop on over to say hi, Bob. How you doing, Bob? Bob is just patiently waiting, and it's his birthday weekend. Happy birthday.
Let me unmute myself here. How are you guys today?
Yeah, we're doing very well.
Good.
I've been busy today.
Oh, pray tell.
I got, I don't know how well it'll show because of the color, but I've got paint on my 262 on the bottom,
262.
RLM 76, and also on my 410. Got the bottoms painted. That's what I was doing. That's why I was late. I was out there painting. So once those cure up, I'll start on the top sides.
Yep.
Also started my
Speed Racer Mach 5.
I want that too. Yeah, I want that too.
And I did some surgery, and I think it's going to work out for the better. Let's see if I can show it here. This bottom section of the body is to be attached to the chassis. So I cut it off and glued it on here so that I could do all the finish work on it, all the seams. And then, and so also, since I'm not going to have the robot pigeon out, I closed in the door there, and I also glued down the periscope. So I'm just going to have it in a street ready version, not in any action poses. So working on that, and I got to get that painted and get the body interior done. Trying to find the right red for the interior, for that red leather. Haven't been able to find it yet. Pick one or make one that I like. And also in the mail yesterday, we got some resin. I got Pilot and REO in the injection seats for the F-14 Tomcat.
Mm.
And I got a 70-second scale
Mm.
USAF pilot for display. Actually, I was screwed up on 1 48, and I got 70-second, but that's okay. I can use him. I'll order another one. And then I ordered a masking set for the for my second 410 because let's see here, application window.
Oh,
Nice.
Very nice.
Get there.
Oh, nice.
410. There's the pilots I got painted and put in. Get there. Come on, I want the picture. There. The mask off the canopy.
What a nightmare.
410, and of course, as you can see, the model has DNA evidence in it. I don't seem to be able to mask a canopy without cutting myself at least once.
And blood, sweat, and tears, is it?
And attached.
Oh, nice.
And that's this big blob right here.
Oh, you're busy.
It's all masked.
You are really busy.
Yep. That was my last day of vacation, so I gotta. And it's actually warm and sunny, and the weather's cooperative today, so I can not getting too much moisture in my paint.
Yeah.
Because my moisture trap is still sitting in the box over there, need to be installed. But that's oh, by these two are for the stunt and speed build, the 262.
Yes.
And Speed Racer.
And Speed Racer that could be for the custom build, actually.
It go either way. I got a GTX for the street custom.
Yeah, I have the crap. It's not here.
I have the GTX.
Steve McQueen's Bullet. I have that started, or at least washed. That would be a nice build, huh, Doug? Steve McQueen's Bullet.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I don't know. I got he's got a lot going on, and I got a lot going on too. So I don't know. I really want to get the Bullet done this year, but I don't know. It's going to be what it's going to be.
The D took a death plunge last night, so I spent part of the day putting it back together.
It reenacted the scene in Generations, then, huh?
Yes. It's like, yeah, it did. It fortunately, being a snap together kit originally, it came apart in good spots. And the saucer and the neck came off, and then both of the cells came off when it hit the floor. But I got her back together, and I actually used UV glue to put it back together.
There you go. That'll work. I'm actually sorry that Jay left. I don't know what happened to Jay.
I don't know.
So that's what I've been doing today.
Couple weeks. He did the same thing a couple of weeks ago. He left before it was his turn. But okay. I'm sorry, Bob. I didn't mean to interrupt. I'm just kind of stunned that Jay left.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe that's what I've got for today.
Oh, really? No, you got to have more. You're on vacation.
Okay, I taped up my Tamiya tape over. The lid kept coming off.
You're really stretching it.
I cleaned my airbrush twice. Plus, because I forgot to clean it last time I used it, so I had to clean it before I started.
I know where that is. I'm in the same way as you, as that is like I wanted to use it and well, I needed to clean it before using it. I wasn't happy about that actually. It's just being lazy. Jim, I guess you're
Yes.
it, not Jay.
All righty. Well, for this week, sorry, I think I'll just repeat it from yesterday. Is my F1 racer is done.
That's nice.
I'll bring some pics up here.
That's insanely good, James.
Yeah, it certainly is.
There.
I wish I could see it.
Okay, there's a. You see that now, Randall?
No, just a black screen.
Oh,
Probably my end. I take it everybody else can see it okay?
yeah.
I can see it.
So I'm assuming that guy's Patronus is a sports car.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
this
not
one.
something to do with Harry Potter, no.
No.
Oh, damn. You got it, guys. Patronus.
Sorry, Jim.
That's okay.
Carry on.
There's a front view looking in.
Nice one.
Wow. Yeah, it's a good thing there's an abundance of trees in Canada. You're the only Canadian I know that puts good use to the Canadian trees.
Side view. There's a front view with all the
Wow.
the antennas, 3 antennas, and the pilot tubes for the speed measurement.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Rear view. What you don't see here is all the details on the bottom of it, because there's so much, all the aerodynamics that's included. You can see some of it here, but there's all kinds of it on the bottom.
Oh, wow. Look at that. And there were no instructions to do this because you got multiple layers there. You got to.
No,
go
this one
through.
came with this kit came with the instructions.
Oh, okay.
This kit,
Instructions.
yeah, this
okay.
kit came with instructions.
Okay. Wow.
I do a few things different than what the instructions said, just because of my building techniques. But
oh, sure.
This is a top-down view.
Yeah. He said the drivers are interesting. They look so two-dimensional.
Yeah. The cockpit view.
Yeah, Nico, that's right, Phil. Nico, feeling a little flat.
Yeah. So that's pretty well.
Who needs instructions? Joe says, "Who needs instructions?" But I think, Joe, this particular build, you probably needed it, didn't you, Jim?
Well, yeah, you needed to follow all the pieces. I mean, we had there were 17 pages of pieces for this.
That's a lot. 17 pages for a paper. Just think of that, Joe. It's 17 sprues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's that. You can see some of the aerodynamic detail here in the on the underneath.
Mm.
So that's that part.
Mm-hmm.
And doink. And for my next project, I'm going to be doing another paper build And it's the Black Pearl from Pirates of the Caribbean. So that would be the next build.
Yep. Right.
So that'll be coming up pretty soon. Working on a job for Heath right now. I was repairing a decal sheet, and when I get that done, then we'll get started on this.
All right, very cool. Very cool.
And the other thing I'd like to bring up is for the viewers that are in Central Ontario, we've got a little show here at the Royal Ontario Regiment's Armor Museum. We have Aquino Tank Days next weekend. On Saturday and Sunday, 27th and 28th. So there'll be live tanks and armor displays, live fire demonstrations, as well as there's an AMPS model show going on too at the same time. And dealer tent. So for anyone that's interested, the information for this is posted on our G Plus site, so you can check there.
Yeah, that's Memorial Day weekend. Yeah, that's next weekend.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
So that's what I got going on right now.
All right, very nice. Boy, where did everybody's leaving? Are we that interesting?
Yeah.
A la Jamie from yesterday's Across the Pond.
Yeah.
Well, yours truly got into some actual work on a kit, and I can't be any happier that I'm working. It's funny because I have the Millennium Falcon, and this Fine Molds kit is a pretty hefty kit. Let me turn this off. Hefty meaning it's a lot of sprues, a lot of parts, and I'm working on greebles. And as it turns out, I don't necessarily need to do this build in order of what the instructions are saying, because the instructions are telling me to complete the cockpit assembly, and then the cockpit assembly gets put on is the last thing that it's the last subassembly that gets put onto the body. Basically, it's the last thing to do, and I figure why let it kick around assembled when I can just go ahead and do it when it needs to be put into the model. I was just talking to Jim about mounting this. It does come with a stand, but the stand I'm not entirely pleased with. For a display, I want to do a display stand that would be a semi diorama type of thing, something more interesting than the stand itself. But this is what let's turn the camera on so it fits in the frame. Greebles, that's what I'm working on. These are not really. Like this little guy right here, that's a greeble I had to glue on, and I had to glue this on, this on, this on. Yeah, I got a couple of bars that are going across here, and the smallest one is right here in the front, right there, and right there.
Like a lot like the original filming miniatures. You have to glue all the individual greeblies on yourself.
Yeah, certainly. This is, let's see, is it going to go this way? Well, it's casting shadow.
Is this the Fine Molds one?
This is the Fine Molds one, yes. This is Fine Molds. Yeah, so this side on the mandible has been done already. These are bigger pieces. This looks like I actually did some work, but boy, when you kind of get all these little ones going on here, up here. There's just a lot of tiny little ones that I did in the past couple of days. And been watching at the same time, watching the first season of The Expanse. At first, I hated the show, but I'm kind of liking it now. Not because now I understand what it's about. It's okay for sci-fi. For me, it's okay. I mean, it's not one of my favorite shows, but that's what I've been doing is between greebles. And the thing that I've noticed about this plastic, it works best if I apply the glue, let it sit for a minute, and then join the pieces together. I don't glue both sides, both surfaces. One surface is enough to put it together. And it's really good plastic. If anybody's worked with fine molds, they know it's a very different plastic than you maybe get in a car kit like from AMT or whatever. It's a lot more rigid, making it a little more fragile. But boy, when you fuse it together, it's actually quite a joy working on Japanese kits. The let's see. This is what I showed you now is on this page. Let's see. Let's see how I can probably show you what I've been doing with the instructions. Instructions are pretty good without any kind of instructions. As you notice, like here, and the numbers I'm scratching out as I am completing that to keep organized. And once I'm done, I scratch out the step. So I started with step 9 because the other assemblies is not just the cockpit, it's the landing gear, which I'm not going to even use, and the turrets. I'm going to do them around the time I add them to the main body here. That's when I'm going to build them. Because I can't see building them and letting them sit around. Because knowing me, I'll lose it, damage it, lose parts off of it. It's just not going to work for me. So I'm going to do the entire build just about, and just as the final instructions are adding in the sub-assemblies, but I'm going to make the sub-assemblies at the time they need to be installed. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Also, I'll be doing a second Star Wars build, but I'm going to keep that under wraps. I decided, I've talked at length about paper and stuff with Jim, and I've come to a conclusion as to what approach I'm going to take. This is going to be a really big deal. This build is going to be a really, really big deal. And I just want to pull it off first before I start talking about it. So I'm actually doing that simultaneously as this. This is probably something I'll do during the week when I come home from work. Maybe throw on a handful of greebles and then call it a productive night, because I've got overtime to work too at work, which really gets in the way of my hobby. I hate work. It gets in the way of my hobby. I'm sure y'all can relate to that. So I think it's a good idea if you can retire, because you'll get a lot of time to work on this stuff.
Well, I don't know. I seem to I got more done when I was working than I have since I retired. People keep finding things for me to do that's not to do with modeling.
Yeah.
Yeah. How you doing, Ken? Ken joined the live chat, and Phil says he has the studio scale Falcon from
D'Agostini.
D'Agostini, yeah.
D'Agostini, yeah. 148 scale. Yeah, that he's hoping to start soon once he has all the parts together. And he says 2 years of part works, worked out how much it cost, and realized I better not tell my wife. Yeah, I don't know know if I can relate to that specifically, because you know what? At first, I was spending a lot because I had to get everything. Now that I got everything, I discovered that I'm not really spending a lot on my builds. Basically, it's supplies, maintenance, and I already have everything I could possibly need.
Yeah.
And as you go along, like for an example, like the little felt pads, and I have these plaques that I use for display, and also I have ceramic tile that if I'm going to take a picture of cars, I'm going to use a ceramic tile to do that with, but they have pads underneath them. I mean, you go to the store, you pick up for $1.50, and you have that too. That's something you don't buy right away. But when you start right away, you need an airbrush, you need a Dremel, you need a computer. Because without a computer, I don't think I could do this hobby. Hanging out with you guys is part of the fun for me. And to think you people aren't real. You're my friends. You're not like really real.
Yeah.
You guys aren't like quite tangible. But it's really funny because that's what my other half says. Well, at least I can touch and feel my friends. And I'm like, why would you want to do that? So my friends are not tangible, I guess. Anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm just rambling.
No, it's okay. I was going to say that we're rather like our Matrix friends.
Matrix friends, yeah, exactly. Julio Lapiri. I'm going to murder people's names. I just know. But then again, my name is off to murder, and I really don't care. He had done a Jedi Starfighter. The reason I'm bringing it up is because of the Star Wars builds, and also this is a pretty awesome build. I think he put a figure in it. Now, if I can get this to load, I will happy to screen share it. So yeah, get your stunt and speed build started because we have till August 31st to build at least one, and also the street car, the muscle cars, and the custom car builds. And on the Facebook community, all of a sudden there's been a lot of these builds going on. Maybe if I can go over there.
Gotta go.
And share.
Gotta go.
Okay.
Gotta go. Oh, see, they're leaving. Bye.
Yeah, gotta go.
See ya.
See ya.
Not sure. Boy, he sounded like he was in desperation to leave.
So early in the morning, I think he's got kids to take to school or something.
Yeah, I take his kids to school.
He's got that getting. See, now that I said, I said there's been a lot of cars being posted over at the Facebook community. Now I can't find a single one. Murphy's Law, I swear. See if that's going to ramp up. No, that's not ramping up either. That's you can do it. I got to get my computer name. I think Betsy fits. Betsy. Okay, Betsy. This comes from my childhood. There was a couple of guys in the family men in the there it goes. Yeah, that's what I'm going to show. A couple of family guys who had Chevy station wagons. They are certainly. When I think of station wagon, I think of the Chevys.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's a model at all. I think it's a real thing that he just photoshopped on it to look smaller.
Well, Al, that's certainly a testament to your skills.
I think that's something you can climb into and start the engine.
Seriously. Seriously. And these cars were big enough that you could take a family of four and all four of you can sleep in well, not necessarily dad, maybe mom and the kids could sleep in the station wagon part. You didn't need a motel. You can actually go camping with this thing, and if it should rain, you can always climb into the car and be nice and warm and dry instead of being out in your tent. But certainly, this particular one brings back a lot of memories. And when I saw this, I thought, "Amen, Al. Thank you for posting that on the Facebook community." That was a lot of fun. I like the color. The color too is like really, really authentic in a way.
Yeah. The Chevelle station wagon.
Yeah. Yeah. Did your dad have one of those growing up, Bob?
My dad was an Oldsmobile man, so we had the Vista Cruiser.
Oh,
okay.
The
big wood station wagon with the glass roof and.
But we had several growing up. My father was Pontiacs and Chevs. We had mostly station because we had a big family, so we always had the 9-passenger ones.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Some of those even had like a rumble.
It has a rear facing back seat.
Rear-facing seat. Yep.
Yeah.
The bifold door that would open either way, and the other one had an electric door that rolled down underneath the.
Yeah, we had one that had the door that folded under the floor. Yeah.
And the other one that would open either down like a tailgate or open like a car door.
Yeah.
It'll open either way.
We had these things that you guys would consider minute that were made by companies called Morris and Hillman and Vauxhall. And
yeah.
Heck, we had a car that was called a Hillman Imp.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a tiny box on wheels. The engine was in the back, and I think I could have fitted into the station wagon part of that car that you were showing earlier. You could have carried it as a spare.
Yeah, those seats, the two facing rear, and they had a gas tank back there. They had a spare tire back there.
Yep.
They were huge.
Yeah.
Sounds like you could have moved house with those things.
Have several times. Yeah.
You can have a fold-out toilet. Okay, here's some. This I'm looking at this as a shoot. I think this is a Chevy. Well, hell, this is a custom car. You know, when cars get customized, I lose track on what kind of a car it is. This has to be a Chevy too.
Yep.
Oh, look at that paint job. Oh, good golly.
Skull and crossbones on the side there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Here's what Dad had.
What's that?
This is what Dad had right here.
Oh yeah, the good old Woody Vista Crew. Yeah.
Oh, right.
Oh yeah. Yeah, those things were big as houses. I even had a little bit of strip of sunroof there, a little strip. We could give you a little extra headroom. But this is what I'm talking about. This is the kind of thing I see driving down my neighborhood streets all the time. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Really, really cool build there. Boy, I'm having trouble with the Google Plus. Oh, here it is. Finally, geez. Okay, a little bit of Star Wars.
Yeah.
This is an exceptional build, I have to say.
That started off as one of those Revell Easy kits snapped together.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I have one I have one built up in the loft somewhere. The figure is one piece pre-painted, but he's done a fantastic job of he's pretty much reassembled it and added a lot more detail, especially in the cockpit.
I think in this photo set, he does share what's in a cockpit a little bit more.
Yeah, that's one of the easy kits.
I guess not in this photo set. It was the previous photo set. Yeah, I think it was the previous photo set. He shared it. We'll see if it comes up, but continuing on with some member builds.
And here was 73 Oldsmobile.
Your dad certainly got into them, didn't he? That almost looks like Chevy Chase's vacation car.
Over here, a car like that would have its own postcode.
It did. And 455 cubic inch engine in it, and the whole works, man.
Yeah.
Over here, we measure engine capacity by cubic centimeters or liters. I mean, cubic inches.
5.7. 5.7 liter.
Yeah, it's that'd be the compression, right?
Displacement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Displacement. Okay.
Biggest I ever had was 2 liter.
Okay.
I thought that was a big engine.
Looks like Buck. Let's see if I can get Buckmore to load here. Buckmore is doing a Republic cruiser from Star Wars.
The Republic Star Destroyer.
Is it a Republic Star Destroyer? I don't want to call it a Star Destroyer. I'm not that much of a nerd about Star Wars.
Yeah, it's a Republic Star Destroyer.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. He has a shop card. Oh, you know what? Get your own shop card now. Just send me your snail mail address to my email address at scratchandjackmodels@gmail.com.
You can even frame them.
Yeah, you can even do that. You can frame them or line the birdcage with them too. But this is really, he's going all out on the detail on this.
It's a pretty good kit to start with too. It's, if Revell had done a Star Destroyer to the same level as they had done with that there, we'd have been more than happy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I can see that it's in very good, capable hands as well.
Yeah, those kits are getting hard to come by.
Are they?
Yeah.
You know what? Is that a fine molds kit too? What is that? A Rebel?
No, Revell.
Just a straight Revell kit.
Oh, is it? Okay. Well, maybe they need to repop it.
Yeah, it's probably the only standard kit in the Star Wars universe that Revell did. Everything else has been snap type or easy kit. That was an actual proper. You need to use glue for this one kit, and it's the only one Revell did for the whole thing. Everything else has been easy kit snapped together.
Yeah, Mark wants it to be released in the UK, but quite frankly, Mark, I don't think we can get them here anymore. As Bob says, it's getting more and more harder to find. They're not repopping it, it looks like. There's a lot of people that are posting boxes of kits that they're going to be doing. It looks like really, well, other than computer being slow. And I'm also popping in on the any sleepers today? No sleepers today,
No
Pat.
sleepers.
No sleepers today. Jamie didn't join us.
Yeah, Yeah, what? Huh?
Hey, oh, what happened here? Boy, the conversation is really flying over there. I have not seen it as busy as it is as of right now.
On the YouTube.
Yeah, on the live chat. Yeah. Here's something that's of interest for you. So, you know what? It's funny because the sci-fi builders are very vocal, but I can't seem to get this to. Let's see. Let's see. All right, Phil, since you're on our live chat, I'm going to make you victim to our screen shares. How's that, Phil? Let's see. That's a small one.
Yeah.
Looks really good there, Phil.
Not the 144 one.
Yep. All right, Phil, what is that? Oh, no, he says. Ha ha. Whatever. What is that, Phil, since you're on our live chat? Tell us more about that. Mark seems to like it. $350. I posted online. Jack will find it. Yeah. That's kind of you say, Joe. My computer is not once on Hangout. It's not the fastest one. It's a Revell 1350. Okay, that would be probably the right size for this U-boat.
Tiny.
Okay, see, I went over there. I'm supposed to go over here. Okay. See, I can't do that. I got to stay on this. So that's a 350 U-boat, huh?
Wow.
It looks. I don't know. I don't know U-boats.
Yeah, it's Type 7.
Yeah. Type
Who's
7.
Army? Who's Navy, I should say.
German. Kriegsmarine.
Yeah.
Okay. Look at the detail on this.
The paint job on it. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, did a nice job on that.
Yeah, Phil, you're like you're a star. Really good. Oh wow. Very nice. What, you only gave us like 4 pictures?
It's a U-boat. There's not that many sides you can take a photograph of.
That looks different, yeah.
That's
Left
true.
side, right side, top side, bottom side. There you go.
He says it's 7.5 inches long. That's a 350 then. That's not a very large U-boat.
Well,
The rigging, he says the rigging is actually some of his wife's hair. Isn't that spousal abuse?
not if she donates it. Not if she knows you just donated it or not.
And Joe says, Phil, that's old school for sure.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you guys are like twisted. I love it.
It's just cheaper than buying this stuff.
Easy line. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true. No. In other words, his wife is probably walking around like Keith. Oh crap! I didn't get the rigging right, honey. I need more. I didn't get the rigging right. Give me some more of that.
Well, at least it's a U-boat. It's not like it's a sailing ship.
Well, that's true.
Yeah. You imagine if the fully rigged sail ship.
Yeah.
With I think my wife would draw a line at that. Hey, honey, can I have some of your no?
Honey, need some ribbons. Get away from me, those scissors.
I'm afraid mine would be a bit like Keith's. It'd be only be of any use for groundwork like grass.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he took pictures of this yesterday. I'm going to share the hunter killer from Lee. And he had pictures. He had lit this thing, and he took pictures. And it was a little dark. I couldn't tell what it was more like, but certainly, look at that finish.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that is certainly a Terminator finish.
That was a vinyl kit too, I think, wasn't it?
I don't know. This was a box kit. This was
yeah.
Mobius one?
Yeah.
Was it?
Oh. Mm-hmm. Yeah, certainly.
I'm pretty sure it's the Mobius kit.
Paint is like amazing. That look.
So far in the last couple of years, last year even, with metallic paints, it's just amazing.
Yeah, this is certainly an amazing.
Has the engines mobile too? He was able to swivel them.
I don't know. It kind of looks that way now, doesn't it?
Yeah, I don't know. You might be able to position them when you're gluing them in. I don't know if they're adjustable.
Wow. That looks like the skeleton of the Terminator, or Arnold Schwarzenegger without his flesh. Yeah, that looks really good. Let's see. Gee, boy, this is going fast. She woke up with no hair. I think we're still on the hair thing. Pat says, nice paper, F1, Jim.
Thank you.
Place. Pat is one of, I believe, she is one of our few women in the G Plus community, and she's I think she's posted. I think so. I think I got the right Pat right. Anyway, let's see. What else do I have to say? Oh, that's about it. They're still stuck on the hair thing. Go over back to the point. Between Facebook and the Google Plus community, there's been a lot of good stuff. And the Proteus is something that hasn't been finished. We see this?
Yep.
And it's lit.
And Andy has a base on it. The pattern base that they had the thing sitting on in the show in the movie.
Yeah, when they launched it. Yeah.
Wow, look at that. Look at that finish. Look how nice and smooth and glossy.
Shiny. Yeah.
And he has the pilot figure on it too.
Yeah.
Wow, look, I'm overwhelmed by that finish. Really good job. Was this the movie that Raquel Welch was in?
It was, yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
And a guy from Northern Ireland.
And a guy from Northern Ireland.
Yep. Stephen Boyd, he acted the male lead in that movie.
Wow. Cool stuff.
Wee bit of trivia, I thought I would just throw in there.
Oh, Pat says he's a man. I'm sorry, Pat. I'm thinking of somebody else, and I certainly do apologize. I thought you were someone else with a name like Pat. I mean, You should say Patrick. Patrick's place, you know. I don't know. That's just me. I'm sorry. I should just shut up because I already put my foot in my mouth twice.
Open mouth and insert
there is someone on one of the communities that joined, and all of a sudden she stopped posting. There was a lot of figure stuff, and I thought her name was Pat. Maybe I got that all mixed up. Okay. Let's see. What else can we talk about? There is something here that I think we all can relate to and find amusing, and this is just Randall being Randall, and yeah. You're in trouble now, Mister, just the same as I am.
Am I ever out of trouble?
Yeah, I have to screen share this. I can't just say it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think just like a wormhole opens up temporarily and the part disappears down it.
Yeah.
Turns up the other end of the room. So it doesn't actually physically cover the space between the two. It just all of a sudden it's there.
Yeah, certainly. Okay, and let's see if we can scrounge up something a little more. And well, this is a busy diorama. I don't know. Hell, I'll show it because it has cars in it. Is it going to share?
Waiting.
Yeah, I'm waiting too.
Yeah. Here we come. No.
From Facebook, it looks like a garage
nice.
scene.
Nice garage scene.
Boy, that's a clean floor. But you know, so if you're a collector of cars, which this kind of looks like, look at that. They use the printed brick paper on the corrugated cardboard.
Yeah.
Wow, that's actually a good idea. And I bet that checkerboard is contact paper. I think they make contact paper like that.
Yeah.
Duct tape like that too.
Duct tapes even? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so this looks more like a collector's garage. Somebody who collects automobiles, maybe that's why it's so clean and tidy. Certainly reminds me of Jay Leno's garage, who has an exact, basically a warehouse, not even a garage. And you got the mats, and look at the tools. Yeah, so dioramas can be easily made.
Mm-hmm.
You think?
This is really cool. He's got the engine on an engine block there. Wow. Got some nice cars too in that scene. And let's see. Just enjoy your hangouts while you're building. The only place you will see my builds is the Whoopee Cat decal site in the gallery under Pat Kennedy. That's Pat's place who said that. And Mark says, I have my mouse cursor hovering over my buy it now button on eBay for the Zvezda SD. Someone stop me or the missus will kill me. I'll be
waiting. It's going to be out next month from Revell here in the U.S.
Yeah. Well, I'll go to England to your funeral there, Mark. Just click the button.
In the UK, it's already out.
Yeah, it's a Revell one I got.
And Joe says, Mark, you only live once. Just remember to forward your stash to us for safekeeping. You know what, modelers, you modelers. Anyhow, I think we had certainly a lot of fun. I think we got up to 2 hours now, at least. I think maybe an hour and a half. I'm not sure. Well,
yeah, about an hour and 35 minutes. Yeah.
I think you can put us in jail for murdering as much time as we have. And I'm really sorry that all of you folks who had to leave, that would be, I didn't even get to talk to Jay. I haven't talked to Jay in a long time. Heath's battery died. Brian is just not getting his audio feedback from us. It's just coming back choppy. So I hope he finds a solution to that. And first time we had Doug join us, and he looks like a very serious, as a heart attack modeler. I mean, he did share a little bit of his things earlier. So if you haven't seen it, of course, if you're watching this on rollback, you've probably already seen it. You know what I mean? I'd like to thank them for joining us, as well as Keith had to go. He looked like he had to actually go, you know. And he had his, we had his rack envy. We had rack envy going on with him. So it was a really good time. I thought it was a really good time. So yeah, across the pond was yesterday, and that was also a lot of banter and information that could be useful to someone. Don't know who, but to someone. If you like this video, please like it. If you have a comment, please comment. You have your question, we'll get to it. I'll get to it. One of our moderators. I think Liam Dillon can get to the questions now that he's doing he did a broadcast a couple broadcasts ago. So keep posting. Happy modeling, everyone. And I'd like to thank Bob for stopping by, spending part of his vacation with us the last 2 days. It was really, you've been busy. I don't know. I don't think you're going to be able to go back to work.
I don't want to go back. They're just going to make me.
You could say to your boss, I haven't gotten done yet.
At least it's a short week, because yesterday and today were paid days, so I only got to work 3 days the rest of the week.
Oh, that's nice. That's good. So it won't be too bad. And Jim, thanks for stopping by too and showing your
welcome.
Deforestation efforts. And, and of course, Randall, thank you for stopping by. Yeah, keep those puns coming.
You're welcome.
And you all over there over at the chat. I just feel like leaving this open so y'all can continue to chat. Boy, it's just flying by. Look at this. There are a bunch of. You know what? I'm gonna just kind of share this. This is actually pretty funny. It's just I've never seen a bunch of modelers cackle on like hens. Yeah, thanks to all at ASM. That's right, Pat. Thank you, and it was great fun, Phil. And all your checks will be in the mail. Just know that. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks on a Saturday for the Across the Pond, as well as the following Sunday. This will be next weekend is Memorial Day weekend here in America. The following weekend is actually Wonderfest. So if you all are going to Wonderfest and not be around, at least you know what time we're on. Just stop by and say hello. And if you want to broadcast from there, certainly we would enjoy that also. So this is your host, Scratch and Jack. Happy modeling. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.